as Dash of Dave. He'll take some scraps and bits of this, turn them into something you can't miss. Junk journals, tapes, and crafts galore. He'll have you begging, show me more. Oh, Dash of Dave, oh, what a sight. Mixing colors, day and night.
Hi everyone, it's Dash of Dave here, and I am back for another crafty video. Can't keep me away, I know. So, this is where we are with the house. I am not going to do anything specifically to the house, but I am going to do the tree that we started making last time. Hopefully make it look like it's in blossom, but we'll see. Let's have a look at this heat it. Well, that's continuing to dry. See, it's kind of separated. It looks like it's gone a bit goopy. I'm hoping that it's going to be salvageable. If not, no, I don't think that's salvageable. That's a shame. Because, oh gosh, no, that is definitely not very well. Can I mix it back into a kind of a usable form? I don't know. Let's see. Let's give it a try at least. Let's find something to stir it with that isn't going to be vile afterwards. I don't know whether this is going to work. I could do with a blender. Right, if I have been able to mix it into something, does it still work? So what it does is, I know I haven't used it for a long time, so lots of people won't know, is it should kind of bubble up and become like should look like moss, like a dimensional thing. It's called expand it, not heat it, sorry. And I was hoping I could colour it and turn it into, I mean, it still does what it's supposed to do. Might give it a go. I mean, like, what am I going to lose? It's already vile. So this is some brusho. Again, something I haven't used for a long time. They do have a hole in the lid, but and it's pigment. It's like concentrated pigment. So what I was hoping to do is kind of get a feeling of, I was going to put it as moss, but I might just use it as some leaves in the background. If I can put it on, that is. I'll make that a bit bigger, that hole. Oh, wow. My little pin has gone rusty in there. Which doesn't bode well for it having stayed dry, does it? So it's definitely colouring it. I don't know whether it's going to do the job. I need it darker than that. So this is, what colour is this? Lime green. What colour is this? Moss green. We need more moss green. So I wouldn't normally open them, but I think I might have to. Like I say, don't know whether it's going to work, but that's not going to work, is it? Do as I say and not as I do. So I wouldn't do this if I was you. Try and take lids off like this, but you could stab yourself. But I've done it now, so I don't want a huge amount of it in there because it is a concentrated pigment. Let's put that in first and see how we go. put some of this in, or should I put a bit more of that in first? We're having a play now, aren't we? And then we'll open this one. I bet this is just the same. It won't open. Oh no, it did. Should be easier to get the lid off. It is. What? That's lime green, is it? They're like they're basically very concentrated paint colours. So I don't know what it's mixed with. Might be water. I'm going to put some water in it, because the water also will activate the colour. Hopefully we'll have something that's... I think I've got some black, so might add a bit of black to it. Let's see. The thing with black, though, is it's lots of multiple colours. Turquoise. So when you use it, you can see all the separation of colours that make up black. Gamboge, I don't know what colour that is really. So ultramarine, yellow. Sounds I've just got that out. That's the same colour. Off screen. Oh no, that's black. There we go. I thought I could make it darker, but a bit of black on it won't open that one actually. I will just make that hole hopefully a little bit bigger. Maybe I will open it because I can't get the colour out of it. It's probably one solid lump. It looks like one solid lump actually, to be fair. Oh no, it is coming out. Don't want to put too much in to start with. I just want to make it darker. That darker green, it is darker green, but well, you know, we're just going to have a play and see where we go. So I'm going to use this old paintbrush which has gone solid at the end, and I'm going to just paint some of this on and hope for the best. So paint a bit on just in various places. We'll do it on one branch and see what happens. And it should kind of bubble up and look kind of mossy, but also it can double up as looking like some leaves, hopefully. You know, like I want it to look like it's budding rather than, but if it looks like moss, it looks like moss, I don't care. So let's do that. Let's go right down to the base, Dave, and commit or be committed. Commit or be committed. There we go. And we will now heat it. So pop something underneath it and we'll see. Do you know something? It's working, but it does have to be thicker. The pasty bits aren't really doing anything, so I have to have a bit thicker bits. I'm going to go for a bit thicker on some of it. I think you can still buy it, so obviously yours won't look like this though. It's alright with it being just painted on like the thin bits on the branches because it looks like moss, so but the thicker bits definitely kind of bubble up, which is what I wanted it to do, which makes it look like well, I hope it looks like leaves to you. It does to me, and I'm closer, so nah. No, that's not. It's not very friendly of me, is it? So, all right, let's do this. Don't know whether this is the right one. I do have my other one, which is more focused. So let's try this. See if this does better. Let's move the kickstand out of the way. It is hot. And hopefully you can see what it's doing. And I will show you close up in a minute what it does do. So let me just see if I can put it on a little bit of something, to show you what it does, what it do. Right, put it on this. Let's see. Put it on here and make it a bit thick. I don't want it too thick because I haven't got a lot of it, so well, I have really, but I guess. So anyway, let's see. Everything's falling off now, probably the wire. So where are we? I could do with something behind it, because if I don't put something behind it, the camera will not focus on it. Singing is optional. No, it's not. It's just part of my life. Right. Bit of brown card. I might have to cut a bit of this off. Oh no, let's cut some of this off. He says, talking to himself off camera. Just need something for the camera to focus on, otherwise you won't be able to see a flaming thing. So, that should be... I'm going to have to get a box to stand. Well, I've got a step stool. I'll get that out now. So that I can see what you can see. Right, cool. Okay. So hopefully you can see that. Try and get some light on the subject. Yes. So, it looks sticky and green. But we'll heat it up now. And hopefully you'll be able to see it transform without it burning my finger, hopefully. And basically the longer you heat it, the more it goes. See how it's going now? Much bigger. And it's great for when you're doing stuff that in petri dishes. You don't want to heat it for too long because you basically cook it. But there you go. So it's gone like moss. And that's called Expand It. It's made by Colourcraft. So like I said, don't know whether they still make it, but if they do, I'm going to get some more that isn't mouldy, basically. I'm just going to paste some of this on basically everywhere on the tree and then heat it all up, and then we can cover it in some leaves and some blossom and some quotation marks. It kind of sticks itself, so you don't have to glue it on or anything. It's usually quite thick, but it's not like not lumpy like this. So, but it's doing its job, so I'm happy with it. Sometimes it comes out in massive clumps like that. But yeah, I hope you think that it looks fine. I mean, I like it as from the point of view of it looking like moss, if nothing else, but I do want it to kind of also help with me not having to put on so many of those green blobs, green tissue. Because that way then I don't have to be here forever rolling bits of tissue, which I'm sure you can appreciate is not the most fun. I think this is the most I've ever used on a project. I normally do a petri dish, or I'll do it as a bit of moss somewhere, or like a tiny bit, but this is the most I've ever used this. I mean, I've had this a long time, probably had it about 5 years, maybe longer. So it's definitely done its job, and as you can see, I didn't have a huge amount of it left in there, so I have used it. It was given to me, and it had already been used then, so you never know when I never know whether less is more or more is more, or so just doing it so that I can still see a little bit of brown, but it's not kind of too brown. I love it. I just love the way it looks. Even wet, I like the way it looks. No, put it on the wrong branch. Try and put a few blobs on the ends of things. No, it's not going to stay on there. It might there. No, that looks ridiculous on there. I'll put that on there. Maybe I'm going to go a little bit underneath as well, so because if we are going for the looking like leaves, they're not just going to be on the top. Big piece is not going to go stick to anything. I know if it was moss that we were going for, it would only grow on the top. But like I say, I'm happy for it to look like anything, really. I'm not going to put it on the bark because I do want it to look more like leaves, budding leaves, than moss, and I think you don't get it growing on the tree trunk itself. So well, you don't get leaves, you get moss growing on the tree trunk, but not leaves. So just clarifying what I'm talking about, because usually people don't have a clue. Well, no, you're probably among the privileged few where I usually explain myself to you guys, but not to the people I work with. They usually haven't got a clue what I'm talking about, so just leave me to it, I think. Smile and nod, back away slowly, that kind of thing. Yeah, so nothing ventured, nothing gained, didn't lose anything by making all of that green, did I? So let me do this and come back. So there we go. That is the expanded. So let's put the lid back on that. So, I don't know why I'm bothering putting the lid back on it, because it's probably not going to be kept now, but I don't know, I might want to touch it up, or I might want to use it for something else, or, you know, I might actually use it as a bit of moss at the base of the tree. But I think now has the time, that now is the winter of our discontent. Now we are going to, oh, it's all over my finger. Ugh. Where's the, there you go. Wipe my fingers off a bit. So I need to put these bits all over the tray. And I'm trying to think what's the best way to do it. Ideally, don't really want to be using a glue gun. Because I am known for Mr. Bernie. But I could be here a long time gluing and sticking these. Do I bother gluing and sticking these? How would it look if I just put the pink bits on? Let's just balance for now. Does it look horrible with just the blobs of pink? You know what? We're going to just put the blobs of pink on for now, and then we can always put the green on at a later date. That's not going to stay upright, is it? We need something to weight it down. We did use that, didn't we? Let's hope I've done enough of these. I don't think I probably have, but as long as you don't touch it too much, they should stay on there. Right, your job now is to tell me, does it look like it's actually in blossom, or does it look like it's got some kind of disease? I'm hoping for the former rather than the latter, but who knows? This is the problem when your fingers become more sticky than the tray. Oh, don't you go falling off. Don't go changing, trying to please me. You never let me down before. Don't go changing. Yeah. Trying to please. Shh. Nobody wants to hear you sing, and we've established this many a time. Where the heck? I've just dropped one of them, and I don't know where it went. Do-do-do. I'm just hoping it sticks to this. Does it look too childlike? Too naive? Or is it good? Is it a good naive? I want it to be random, but I also want it to be like plausible, because they don't just grow on they don't just have buds on their own, so you have a cluster of them. No, it's sticking to my finger. I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes. There's so many songs in my head. Can you tell? Is it like one of those earworms that I've passed on to, you know, and you're like, oh, Dave, thanks, I'm stuck with that. I know that I've passed on a few songs to a few people in the past. You're welcome. My earworm is your earworm. Sharing is caring. Now, I know that there's probably better ways I could have done this. In fact, there was a different way I was going to do this. Yeah. But I've got these. I bought them for making my my paper flowers. And I was going to use the pink ones on here. But I want some of them. So I want some of them for my paper flowers. So I decided against that because they weren't cheap. I do have some somewhere as well. You know, I said I'm missing a whole load of flower stuff, paper flower stuff. So I've got some floristry tape somewhere, but goodness only knows where that is. I mean, I guess this will look better when it's in situ. As in, it's stuck to the base. And we're going to get that one under there. Like that. Does it look reminiscent of a tree in bloom? Oh, obviously going for like a cherry tree because the green, sorry, the pink blossom. I'd love to see Japan with its trees in bloom. One of my colleagues, well, my boss, went to Japan a couple of years ago for a visit, for, you know, with her kids, and I don't know if your fingers are too sticky, and she absolutely loved it. And then I've got another colleague who is going to Japan this Easter. Is it this Easter? No, next Easter, I think. Yeah, next Easter. She goes away every Easter. She takes the kids and everything, so they wanted to go. In fact, she said, where would you like to go? And they said Japan. So their kids are like 9 and 13. Both boys. Both gamers, I think, so that's one of the lead factors, isn't it? For, I mean, like I'd want to go and look at all of the Pokemon, because I'm a Pokemon player, so Pokemon Go player, not just Pokemon. Does it look like in blossom, or does it look like a tree with things stuck to it? I guess as long as it looks, even if it looks like a tree with stuff stuck to it, it doesn't matter. My fingers are very sticky, but I was about to lick them. But after that stuff being like mouldy, I don't think it's probably got some kind of thing living in it. Looks like I might have enough of these at least, so. And I'm going to have to leave it very still to let these set, dry, glue, whatever. Thing. Whoopsie. What's it? Hoogie. Shut up, Dave. Okay. Oh, look, you see? The slightest touch, and I go crazy with desire. Again, more stuff. Who knew what was in my head? Who knows what's going to come out of it next? Drivel, mostly. I'm going to have to go out as well later. So I'm currently recording this on, very strangely, recording it on a Friday. I'm recording it on Friday the 14th of March. Just trying to get ahead a little more, because I was recording about a week ahead, and then I wasn't very well, so I tried not to put myself under a lot of pressure to record, and then I just had a weekend where I didn't do any recording and fell behind as a result. But so this video is due to go out on the 28th of March. So is it the 28th or the 24th? I can't remember. One of the two. I don't know. I'm not interested in looking at a calendar at the minute. So I'm usually ahead at least a week, sometimes two. Just helps with the not being under pressure. That's why sometimes I don't. It's not that I'm not. I'm not always replying to you straight away, because sometimes I don't know what you're talking about. Which is like, touche, really, isn't it? Because like you no idea what I'm talking about. So but by the time I come to read the comment, I can't remember what it was that I said. So you've usually commented something about something I've said or done on the video, and I have to then kind of watch it at 2 times speed to see what it was that I said or did. So it might seem that I'm being rude, but I'm not. I honestly, I don't remember the thing that I did yesterday. I rarely remember getting out of bed. So I'm sure I have. I'm definitely not in bed now, unless I'm dreaming. And whilst I know that these should really also be facing down as well, I might need to turn the tree upside down to be able to stick some on the underside, otherwise they'll just keep falling off. I don't know, I think it looks quite blossomy. Glue doesn't like it. Oh, I think I've just found the one that fell off and I couldn't remember where it went, couldn't see where it went. It's there. Or unless that's another one that's fallen off since. Come on, don't do this to me. It's all going so swimmingly. Oh, there you go, it's fallen off again. Sorry, I just realised I stopped talking. It was because I was trying to get the glue out. So. So yeah, I haven't decided how I'm going to do the grass of the house. You know, like I'm going to have a lawn. I think I'm going to have a lawn. Or I could do some gravel. I always wanted a house with a gravel drive, but I wanted one that you could drive up. So, because I love the sound of cars over on gravel. Something quite regal about it. Somebody driving up your gravel drive. That's not a euphemism. No. Oh, you're losing it, Dave. It's stuck to you, that's why. You guys can probably see, because you're seeing it from above, loads of places where you think, oh, I should definitely have had one there, and I will look at it after I've finished filming. Oops. And add some more if I think it needs it. I might even get Vic to sit in front of the TV with me tonight and get him to roll bits of this, although he hasn't been very well, so I might decide not to. But it was just painful rolling these. I like it. I like it a lot. I wasn't sure. I'll be very honest with you. I wasn't sure how it was going to go. But I think I like it. Just put these on, I think. Just really have that the other way up now. Try and keep that way up. That would be a good idea. Don't have anything to keep it up that way up with, though, so could do with it standing in something. A glass or something. It stuck to me. Don't stick to me, stick to the tree. Ba-ba-da-boo-boo-ba-doo. Come on. Please don't stick to me. Thank you. Oh, did it just fall off? Something fell off. Oh no, I think it was a bit of the moss that fell off. Oh, come on. I feel like I need to use my squeezers. But we all know I can't use these. Right. Don't really want to turn it upside down for too long, because I don't want it all to fall off. They're all going to fall off now, aren't they? We'll do a few random ones here and there. On the underside. I won't go for too many. Oh, there you go. I've done one there already, because I don't have many left now. Just an essence of them. Maybe here. A couple on that branch there. I love it. I really do. It's so sad, isn't it, that I love my own work, but I do. I love it, and I should be glad about it, about loving it, because I can be overly critical most of my time, most of my life. So it's a good thing that I like it. I've only got 3 left. Where am I going to put them? Maybe put one there. Put that one there because that's a bit thicker, a bit bigger. I mean, that one there. And that one there. So, did I do the right thing with not putting those on, or should I have put some of these on as well? I don't know. Should it have some of those on? I don't know. I'm not going to put them on for now, and I'll let you kind of feed in and tell me what you think. I think I might put some of that moss stuff around, because it's kind of cracked a little bit at the base. I might put a bit of brown in there as well, actually, so just in that gap. And then might put some of that, maybe make it a bit darker green, and then make that into some moss at the base of the tree on its roots. But I think that really needs to be kind of in situ, so I might keep that for now. But there we go. So there we go. So let's just move that out of the way. Let's move them into there. That can go over there. Move these out of the way. That can go in there. That's my thing of leaves. Put them back in there. So let's just have a look and see what we've got. That's that stick with stuff on it. So can I get that off? Does it come off? No, it kind of does, but not very well. We don't want it to come off though, do we? We want it to stay on. So that is the tree. The tree of, oh my life. I can give you a brown background to put it onto. Hopefully you can see it on there. Let's put the... So what do you think? Do you like it? Does it look good? Is it what you expected? I quite like it. I like it from above as well. So yeah, I think it's representational. It doesn't have to look exactly the same. It's just representational. So yeah, I think I am going to leave it there. Should we just see what it looks like next to the house? Bearing in mind the house hasn't got any grass. But I think that's basically how it's going to go. Oh, you know, like, you know, when it kind of, when like branches scratch against your windows. Oh, Dave, don't. You've not broken it, but you've lost one. When trees scratch against windows at night. That horror movie sound. Let's put that on there. So that's how it's going to go. I realise you're only seeing it from the top. I might try and tilt it for you. So there we go. So that's basically how it's going to look. And we will obviously, I'll do something with here. So that I was thinking about gravel, wasn't I? So the reason I said about gravel is because I found this when I was tidying up the other day. It's this. It's decorative. It's called Decorative Essentials. I can tell you now, I've never used it, so it can't be that essential. So it's this. It's like coloured rock. It's silver though. I mean, I guess I could paint it, or you know, could I put something with it? So if I do this every time, don't I? I kind of wrap up a video and then start doing something else. If I put it in there, I won't put it all in. Could I mix it up with stuff? Could I put some colour into it? that's going to stay. What would I use if I was going to do that, Dave? I don't know whether watercolour inks would actually stay. Let's just mix that in and see what happens. I'm always doing something, aren't I? I'm always kind of like playing. I don't know what to stir it with this, maybe. Wipe that off on something. It's not really working, is it? Try some distress stain. Well, not that, none of that, because they've only got a little bit of that left. Or maybe something in a... it's rust. Maybe something in an oxide, because there. What's that? Brushed corduroy. Because we want it to look matte anyway, don't we? So. There's definitely a bit of a soup going on in here. I don't know whether it's actually staying on it. It's the only one way to find out, isn't it? So if I just leave it to kind of soak in there, and then see if it stays on. Might come back to it next time and see. But yeah, so maybe using that. There's a bit of gravel around the outside. Oh, sorry tree. Don't want it to be a sorry tree. But yeah, maybe doing that. Anyway, that's just one of the things I was thinking. So maybe putting that around, you know, at the end of the day, what am I else going to use it for? I could just put like some cheap PVA down, that when it's dry, and then just seeing if that would actually if it takes its colour off, it just keeps bleeding off. It seems to be taking its colour. Yeah, and then stick it down to that. I don't know, and I have a fence around it. I might do that actually. So if that works, I might do that. So anyway, that's where I'm leaving it for today. So thank you very much for spending some time with me. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. So thank you very much. My name is Dash of Dave, and I love you all, believe it or not, without exception. Until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to. And have a blooming good time. Anyway, I'm going now. I'm taking my jokes with me. Thank goodness. All right then, folks. Take care. Love you lots. See you soon. Lots of love. Lots of hugs. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye. Bye. Bye.